Friends, today I will be giving you some guidelines on a very specific provision in the Income Tax Act which connects payments to non-resident category of assessees, whether it's individuals or companies, which is covered by section 195. This section is very important as a provision because now cross-border transactions are happening very often, which was not the case before. And these cross-border transactions with Indian company or Indian resident with overseas could be business, non-business, property transactions, royalties, salaries, anything connected with the non-resident companies or individuals. Why this provision was enacted is being a non-resident, whether it's a company or individual, he is not reporting to Indian laws. Hence, who will make the payment of their tax in future on any transaction of commercial nature if they do not come back to India, or what law can make them to abide by these provisions. Hence, the responsibility has been casted on the people who are making the payment to them. I again repeat, the responsibility has been casted by the provisions of law on the paying person, paying company who makes such payment to the non-resident, so that the tax deduction at source at the right percentage is done before making the payment, and payment is made after payment of taxes is sent overseas to the such non-resident companies or individuals. If such company or individual later on feels the tax deducted is higher than what it should have been based on the applicable tax return provisions, then they can file their tax return and they can claim the refund back. By doing so, the government is not deprived of any taxes due on such transactions, and they will not held anybody else responsible than the remitter, and the recipient therefore is not obligated to report it back to Indian authorities. If we go for some specific transactions which requires the authorized dealer to ensure that such payments are taken care of, the procedure involves are when any such company or individual wants to make the remittance against such invoices or such transactions, they approach the authorized dealer. Authorized dealer normally asks a certificate from the declaration way from the remitter, which is called 15CA as a form, which is a self declaration done by the remitter and online filed under their PAN number the tax authorities. So that tax authorities are aware what nature of transaction is happening, what are the tax TDS application with that transaction, and whether the TDS has been deposited with that. Second responsibility has been casted on a chartered accountants who issue a certificate called 15CB. This certificate they issue by giving a provision relevant to the nature of transaction, whether such transaction requires a tax deduction, if yes, what percentage, if no, why not, so that there is a clarity in reporting to the authorized dealer and the tax department. And both these certificates are filed online with the digital signature of the remitter and the chartered accountant, so that tax authorities are already aware that why the tax is not applicable or applicable and at what rate. For such section 195 rated transaction, it is very important that the people who are remitting the money, they should go through the double tax treaty between India and those countries. They should consult the chartered accountant or their tax consultant to make sure in which clause or applicable regulation of double tax treaty this transaction would be covered, so that applicable tax regulation is applied and tax deduction is applied. It is also pertinent when the double tax treaty is applicable or is made applicable by the remitter, then the other provision of the Income Tax Act is not applicable because of the superseding provision of the double tax treaty agreement. It is normally suggested that the recipient can take an Indian PAN number, which makes it easier for them for a lower tax deduction in case the double tax treaty application is difficult in such transactions. Double tax treaty, which is normally called DTAA, Double Tax Avoidance Agreement, is based on the model convention between the two countries and which are reciprocal. And this normally covers expats who are earning salary, royalties, immovable property gains, business income, all those nature of income which could possibly be earned in that territory and with permanent establishment regulation which makes the business profit taxable, and in case they are not applicable, how the conditions to be met. These transactions normally get a trap of tax scrutiny later on. Hence, it is requested and suggested to all the viewers and listeners that please do not take it easily, take it seriously and consult your tax consultants before any such transactions. Thank you.